Have you checked out your progress chart yet? So as you know, we all have a birth chart, or as some people may call it, a natal chart. And what this is a map of the stars at the moment that you were born. In that same moment, we also have our progress chart that is formed. And the progress chart is a manifestation of one's development once they have actually experienced life and grown through those experiences. And so people start to embody more of signs that are not prominent necessarily on their birth or their natal chart. And sometimes this can cause a little bit of an imposter syndrome, or a lot of people, this is what leads them into like what people call like a quarter life crisis or a midlife crisis. They are likely going through their progressed signs changing, their progressed chart placements changing. And so those have a really big impact on us, whether it's them changing degree, changing house, and particularly changing sign. So the planets that we would typically look at as most impactful in the progress chart are going to be the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, and Mars. Although you can look at other placements, but the slower moving the planet is, the less impact that will have in terms of the progress chart, because one day is equivalent to one cosmic year in terms of how the progressions are calculated. So let me give an example for the Sun, because that one is so prominent. So someone could be born a Libra Sun, and then on their progress chart, the degrees have shifted to the extent where their Sun on that chart is in Scorpio. And they may have naturally found themselves gravitating toward maybe new interests, or since I use Scorpio as an example, getting into Scorpio things like digging deeper beyond the surface of things, getting into occultism or spirituality or healing, getting more into a Mars-rooted type of energy that's more assertive. All of these things, and that is more focused on the psyche as opposed to just the external. And so that person who is going to experience a progressed Sun in Scorpio while having their Sun in Libra as a part of their natal chart, they will naturally feel into that shift before it even completely makes the transition. And so with the Moon, and it's good to embrace the qualities of the progressed sign, it will impact the way that you do things, as well as the lens that you're looking at things through. The Moon is more of, the progressed Moon is more of an amplifier. So it will indicate, I'll give it a specific example again. So let's say someone has their progressed Moon in Taurus or Libra. So they'll find themselves doing everything in either a more artistic way, a more creative way, a more aesthetically appealing way. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if they were never an artist, they become an artist, but maybe they start to see everything through a more artistic lens. Maybe they start bringing more creativity and just having a more emphasis on aesthetics in their life. And they may find that leaning into that in their home environment, in the work that they do, really catapults them and takes them to the next level on their path. Also, when aspects are made to our progress chart between our natal chart and our progress chart. So let's say someone had in their natal chart, they had their Neptune in Pisces, and then that made an aspect to their progress chart, and that Neptune in Pisces was conjunct, say, Saturn in Pisces, right? That would lead them into really a time period of building out those dreams. So, and that really being a time where they feel more compelled than ever to bring those Piscean things of realizing dreams, being able to bring things from the etheric realm that Neptune rules, of vibration and frequency, and how to materialize that, because that's what Saturn does. So it's very good to know what you have going on in your progress chart. Of course, your Mercury is going to impact your style of communication, intercommunication, as well as external communication. Your progress Mars changing is going to impact your motivation, your willpower, your drive, your passion, potentially even the things that you are passionate about and the style that you take to move toward them. The moon is the fastest moving of all of these. So that's the one that can keep you on track on a week-to-week basis, looking at different aspects that are going on there and the lens that you are translating all of this information that is happening in your life through the cosmos. And so working with the progress chart can be a great tool. It can provide a lot of clarity and awareness, especially when it comes to how to nurture the fact that you are ever changing, growing, and evolving. So that really can indicate a lot of ways to show up for yourself and to get you to where you're going next.